Today I'm going to do a video about BritBox, the British streaming service. I'm going to very briefly talk about its history before giving my personal likes and dislikes and explain how I feel this service could be improved to make it more mainstream and popular than it currently is. BritBox is a streaming service with the identity of having both classic and modern British-only television and film content. It's a joint venture of the BBC and ITV, but it also features content from other classic terrestrial channels, Channel 4 and Channel 5. It's currently available to stream in America, Australia, South Africa, Canada, and of course the UK. It first launched on the 7th of March 2017 in the United States, before eventually making its way to the UK 2 years later. Reception in terms of UK subscribers to the service appears somewhat low when compared with other streaming services. At the time of writing, BritBox currently has around 500,000 UK subscribers, compared with Netflix's current 13 million and Amazon Prime's 10.1 million. I'm afraid I couldn't find any up-to-date reliable data regarding the specific UK Disney Plus and UK Discovery Plus's subscriber numbers, but looking at total global subscribers of all these services, it appears to paint a grim picture for BritBox. There's obviously fair arguments that having less subscribers than Netflix, Amazon, and the Disney global powerhouses does not necessarily equal failure. And objectively, a lot of subscribers of Prime Video, like myself, mainly signed up because of the added benefit of faster delivery, instead of the specific streaming content they offer. Worldwide sales is also an unfair comparison for BritBox, as the service is currently only available in 5 countries. By this service's very nature, it simply doesn't have the same global appeal, so it's hard to measure its success or lack thereof. But the intent of this video is some simple suggestions of how I think BritBox can reach its full potential and be the best streaming service it possibly can. One thing I'll say first is that a lot of criticism of this service is that a big chunk of its content is recycled BBC programming, which some people feel they've already paid for with their TV licenses, so should not have to pay again. I personally don't agree with this argument at all. The same arguments are not applied against Disney Plus after you paid all that money to watch The Lion King at the cinema, or for all those DVD box sets. It costs money to have 60 plus years of programs on a streaming service, and it's your choice whether to pay for it or not. I can't exactly walk into HMV and be like, oh, I'm going to take these football DVDs. I paid for a Sky Sports subscription already. Oh great, Doctor Who. Awesome. Oh, it's fine, I've got a TV licence. I don't remember anyone complaining when various David Attenborough box sets were put up for sale. They actually sold very well. There even used to be a physical BBC shop in my local town centre, which sold DVD box sets of old programmes, and there was no public outcry. I don't understand how paying for historical BBC content through physical form is any different from paying for a streaming service. If you disagree with my analogy, let me know in the comments, but I stand by it. Anyway, now that's out of the way, let's dive into what I like and dislike about BritBox in its current form. Gavin and Stacey voted the 17th greatest British sitcom in a poll by the Radio Times, and a show which is not available on any other streaming service. All 3 seasons are available, including 2 Christmas specials. Both seasons of the UK Office, including the 2-part Christmas special. Classic EastEnders episodes. Again, great, not available on any other on-demand streaming service. Famous live performances at the Royal Albert Hall including Phantom of the Opera, Joseph, the Nutcracker, Billy Elliot, Cats. Great, if that's your thing, no other streaming service offers these. Now to talk about my dislikes about the service. Firstly, it was a big shame that there was no more Little Britain. The series was taken off BritBox in response to the blackface sketches after the George Floyd incident in America. We all have our personal opinions about whether this was the right move, but I hope we can all at least agree on the fact that the removal of Little Britain didn't exactly improve the number of subscribers to the service. A lot of decent content on BritBox is also already available on other streaming services. For example, the This Is England series is absolutely brilliant, but albeit with adverts, it's already available on the More 4 app for free. I love Peep Show too, but that's already been available on not only the More 4 service, but also Netflix for some time. Any Sir David Attenborough content would have been very welcome, but at the time of recording there's surprisingly just one episode of Attenborough's 60 Years in the Wild, whereas Netflix has an abundance of Sir David Attenborough content. This includes every episode of the Our Planet series and the Life on Our Planet documentary film. The unique selling point of BritBox is that it's meant to be the go-to for the very best British programming, that the most popular British shows such as The Crown, Black Mirror and the recent Sir David Attenborough content are not available and are instead exclusive to Netflix. This suggests that anything really worth watching goes directly to a bigger streaming rival, while BritBox gets more of the obscure or reject content that other streaming services simply weren't bothered with having on their platforms. Financially, BritBox will never be able to compete with Netflix, Disney or Amazon, and I'm not suggesting it should. What I'm suggesting is that the brand focuses on the very best classical British TV series content, which would seem out of place on other streaming services. In terms of popular mainstream programming, there's currently just not enough exclusive content on BritBox that would encourage enough casual viewers to give this service a chance. £5.99 a month is the current subscription cost, which is the same price as Netflix. Going forward, for the last 2 years I asked, where's Bad Girls? This was a great British ITV drama with 8 series and 107 episodes. Complete box sets of this programme can be very expensive, and at the time of recording it's not available on any other major streaming service. Each episode is at least an hour long, so that would be over 107 hours worth of content, but I'll talk more about Bad Girls later. Where's Dragon's Den? An immensely popular BBC programme with 18 series so far, 196 episodes lasting 1 hour each, with an additional 17 special episodes. That alone is over 200 hours worth of content that would take months to get through. What about previous series of The Apprentice? With 15 seasons and 210 episodes lasting an hour, and 130 episodes of You're Fired. If you like The Apprentice, this will keep you coming back and provide BritBox with a long-term commitment if that's your thing. It's certainly my thing. You can't find The Apprentice on any other on-demand streaming service either, unless you count the iPlayer, which features a limited number of episodes for a very limited period of only the most latest series. Where's Wife Swap? There were 11 seasons of the UK Wife Swap, including the celebrity specials, which makes a total of 75 episodes running 50 minutes each. This is also over 60 hours worth of content I'd happily get through and subscribe in the long term for. Even the Channel 4 app doesn't feature the UK version, but only some seasons of the US, Australia and New Zealand versions for some reason. In my opinion, they're simply not as good, and the American version even has a disclaimer in the beginning. Unlike the UK version, there are scenes that are scripted for entertainment purposes. I like this programme so much that I resort to watching old episodes, the jerky and unofficial way on YouTube. Where's Planet Earth? An immensely popular series with 11 episodes lasting 60 minutes each. This also goes for Planet Earth 2, which had 6 episodes. Blue Planet 2, Life in the Undergrowth, and more. I already mentioned that while Netflix has more modern Sir David Attenborough content, these historical series still stand up well and aren't available on either Netflix or Amazon Prime without paying extra per episode. Where's Robot Wars? A show that had a total of 12 seasons which amounts to 177 episodes. There are clearly fans of this show, and again, it's likely these fans would give BritBox a chance with its introduction. Where are the UK editions of Hell's Kitchen? ITV had the rights to this show, so there's no reason why it can't appear on BritBox. There's currently only one episode available on the ITV hub, and that's the US version's final. There are 4 seasons of the UK version, with at least 10 episodes a season, each lasting at least 40 minutes long. It's over 30 hours of content to get through. Where's Wallace and Gromit? Apart from The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which is on Netflix, you can't get 5 of the other films nor shorts on any other on-demand streaming service. In fact, at the time of writing, there are no Aardman films on BritBox at all, while Netflix has Chicken Run, Flushed Away, and Shaun the Sheep. Basically, what I'm focusing on is proven series winners that have huge libraries. I think this is more likely to make BritBox successful and sustainable and have a much bigger fan base than it currently does. I personally wanted more classic EastEnders content too. At the time of recording, there are 20 episodes ranging from 1985 to 2007. With over 5,000 episodes of EastEnders aired at the time of recording, I'm not realistically suggesting BritBox should host its entire library. It would be nice, of course, perhaps as a separate streaming service or a non-compulsory add-on to this BritBox service, but maybe that's a discussion for another day. My issue with the classic EastEnders content BritBox is currently offering is that apart from the 7 Christmas specials, there isn't really a theme to the episodes they've chosen, and some of them seem really random. It has the Christmas episodes of 1985, 86, 95, 98, 2005, 2006, and 2007. If 2007 is the stopgap, they've decided to skip 16 different years of Christmas episodes from 1985. These specials are up to 9 years apart, which is a bit of a shame, as it would have been nice to see the transformation of London, depicted by EastEnders over the years, instead of the inevitable dramatic change 9 years would have on a community. They make a small attempt to include some of the big storylines, but again they drop from the ball a bit with this, as one episode in 1994 is titled Sharon and Phil's Affair Revealed. This standalone episode shows how Grant finds out about Sharon's affair, but it doesn't show the next episode when he makes a public scene in the Queen Vic with the aftermath. I think they could really do more with theming. For example, have the cat revealing Zoe as her mum, starting from Uncle Harry's first appearance back on the square to the big reveal and aftermath. You could do the same with the Who Shot Phil Mitchell storylines, or the Den Watts versus Phil Mitchell saga. Anyway, if you're not personally interested in classic EastEnders, I can understand why you wouldn't be too bothered about what I've just talked about. But showcasing EastEnders episodes during a time when viewership peaked at over 30 million viewers would be crazy to ignore, even from an objective standpoint. Nowadays, EastEnders is reportedly only attracting up to 3 million viewers, so give the people this nostalgia of the good old days when EastEnders was good. There's a lot more of a comprehensive list of Coronation Street content, with at least one episode every year since the first recording took place back in 1960. I don't personally watch Coronation Street, but this is much better, and if Coronation Street is your thing, a very welcome addition. I will mention that I did contact BritBox once I got through all of the EastEnders and Gavin and Stacey content. Since I received the response, they have announced that all seasons of Bad Girls will now be included in the service. This is obviously nice and shows that they are listening to fans, but they're certainly not reaching the potential I believe is possible. If BritBox looked like this, a streaming service with comprehensive seasons of Robot Wars, The Apprentice, Dragon's Den, Wife Swap, historical Sir David Attenborough content, Hell's Kitchen, more classic EastEnders episodes, then you're on to a true winner. You'd win me and many others over for at least 2 to 3 years, considering I kept Netflix, Prime and Disney+. which scratch different itches. Do you agree with my suggestions for BritBox? If this is the content you're interested in, please like and subscribe to my channel.